This is a different version of the Golden State Warriors. In the past, without Steph, this team is cooked. But tonight, with no Steph, no Andrew Wiggins, who has been a nice piece for them this year, they went out and beat the New Orleans Pelicans. Yes, it was a home game, but still, this is a good New Orleans Pelicans team. Granted, they didn't have DeJounte Murray, they didn't have Trey Murphy, but still, this is a good Pelicans team, and the Warriors go out, scrap, claw, win a defensive battle, team basketball to the max, and this is like a grit and grind version of the Warriors like we saw in Memphis back in the day. Now, Buddy Hield was phenomenal tonight. He had 28 points. He's been phenomenal all year, really. I mean, it's only been 4 games, but still he's been fantastic. He had 28 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound, 3 stocks, and was 9 of 18 from the field, 7 of 11 from 3. And then when Steve Kerr said he legitimately could play 12 guys, he was wrong. Right, because he can legitimately play 13 because now Lindy Waters II is probably in this rotation going forward. 21 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 8 of 13 from the field, and 3 of 7 from downtown, legitimately playing himself into consideration for being in this rotation. Kuminga, they moved him to the bench before the game. He still gives them 17, 3 and 3 on 6 of 13 shooting. Started off really cold. Really, the Warriors as a whole started off cold. I mean, it was 31-14 after the first quarter, and everybody's thinking, oh no, this is the same Warriors without Steph. They're nothing. It doesn't help that Wiggins is out as well. Who in the world is going to score for him? I mean, I saw Kuminga on the bench to start, and they go with Moody, Podziemski, and Buddy Hield, and then have Draymond and Trace Jackson-Davis in the front court. Defensively, that's a really, really good lineup, especially when you can throw in Gary Payton II off the bench and just give other teams' guards hell all night. I mean, he was in CJ McCollum's shorts, like literally. The ref had to separate him multiple times, and he just kept doing it. Like, he wouldn't stop. Podziemski had 19, 3 and 5 with 3 stocks. Didn't shoot the best, 8 of 18 from the field. Still a solid night from him. And then Moody. Hey, man, you're trying to get yourself a rotation minutes. You're trying to get yourself a nice contract extension. Prove you're worth the money. 17 points in 17 minutes, 5 of 6 from downtown. And the story of the night, right? The Warriors had 34 assists to 7 turnovers, while the Pelicans had 22 turnovers. And like I said, this is a team, this Warriors team, that just really plays team basketball, especially when Steph's not out there. They play team basketball. They have to share the rock. They play really, really, really solid defense. Kyle Anderson was such a underrated addition this offseason. They didn't even have DeAnthony Melton either, who's one of their better guards. And like we said before the season, we thought this Warriors team had a very thin guard rotation. We thought they were very subject to injuries. If that happens, they could crash their season. Well, now, I mean, they've got 2 guards out, including Steph, who is obviously their best player. They've got their best wing out, and they're still out there winning games. Again, a depleted Pelicans team, but still, this is a really impressive victory in my opinion, blowing this team out by 20 points. The Warriors are first in rebounding in the NBA and second in assists heading into last night. They averaged 33 assists per game, where the league average is 24. And like I said, the depth of this team, Steve Kerr could be right. This might be the deepest team he's ever coached, other than the Olympic team this year. And shout out to Steve Kerr. Okay, people have been coming at him, especially after all the Olympic stuff. But this man made adjustments, right? This team was down 31-14 after the first quarter. They outscored them by 35 points. The Warriors outscored the Pelicans by 35 points in the second, third, and fourth quarters. Very impressive. Great adjustments. They had 5 guys with 17 or more points, and they ran a 10-man rotation of legitimate NBA players without Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and DeAnthony Melton. 3 probably starters normally. You can throw Hield in there if you want. Hield's having a heck of a season so far. Coming into the night, averaging 19, 5, and 3 on 53% shooting from the field, 52% from 3. I mean, we talked about it. Buddy Hield was a really good, really sneaky good offseason signing, just like Kyle Anderson. They both bring their own unique and tremendously helpful skill set to this team. Buddy, where he's just a catch-and-shoot guy. I mean, he's shooting 52% from 3. The higher now, as he went 7 for 11 tonight. But he'll be shooting close to 60% from 3 going into their next game on 9 attempts. That's crazy. And again, back in Indiana, he's done this before. People just don't give him the credit. He shot 40% from 3 on 10 attempts a game. That That is insanity. That volume with that efficiency, and now he's playing off Steph Curry once he comes back. He's playing with Draymond Green, Kyle Anderson. Of course, Steph's a great passer. Podziemski's a nice passer. They have so many passers on this team. Gary Payton II's looking to pass first. And again, they average the second most assists in the league, getting 34 more tonight. This is a Warriors team that legitimately might be good. We thought, hey, maybe they're going to have their 3-0 start, their first 3-0 start since they won the championship back in 2022. And then, of course, they won the championship in 2017 and 2015 when they started 3-0. But I kind of thought it was a little bit of a fluke. Maybe not. I mean, this team is deep. They've got shooting, they've got championship experience, and they've got young legs with guys like Kuminga, Lindy Waters, Moses Moody, Trey Jackson-Davis, Podziemski. It's a nice mix between the two, and I'm really excited to see how this Warriors team pans out going forward. If you made it this far into the video, obviously you like something, make sure to the like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button. As you can see here, a large majority of the people that watch these videos are not subscribed to the channel. If that's you, go ahead and change that. We're looking for about 200 likes on today's video. Also, we're trying to hit about 25K by Christmas. And check out our football channel. With that being said, back to the video. This right here is a really good action. So we're going to get Draymond with the ball, away from the play. Kuminga's going to come set a screen for Buddy Hield, and he has the option. Either he can curl it down the paint, or he can use Kuminga and come off back for a 3-ball. So on this play, Hield does end up curling the screen down the lane. Draymond gets him the ball, but this forces Zion to come off of Kyle Anderson. Zion slides over. He's right where he needs to be and helps side defense. So this is an easy read for Moody. Now Jordan Hawkins realizes, oh shoot, I got to rotate down. He goes down there, and that leaves Lindy Waters wide open for the 3-ball. Javonte Green doesn't rotate in time. Great rotation, great ball movement. Overall, just a really nice set by the Warriors for the 3-ball. This right here is absolutely beautiful basketball, right? So we got a early pick and roll, empty side pick and roll, right? Nobody's over here. Trace is going to cut or roll right to the rim. Lindy gives us up early to Brandon Podziemski. So now Tice is on Brandon Podziemski as both guys go with Lindy here. Nobody picks up the roll guy. That's going to be Jordan Hawkins, who now has to slide over as Draymond is being guarded by Zion. So as this play develops a little bit, right, Brandon Podziemski skips it to Trace, who is right here at about the block, and as Jordan Hawkins rotates over, Zion never rotates down. It's an easy backdoor cut for Moses Moody. Honestly, he probably could have just stayed on the 3-point line. I mean, he was like 5 for 5 at this point in the game, but nonetheless, really good backdoor cut, and that is just beautiful basketball, right? Coming off the screen, skipping it to him, and then boom, great read by both guys right here, and a nice finish at the rim. Beautiful stuff. This performance against New Orleans, nonetheless, is really exciting and promising for the future of this Warriors team, especially once they get Steph back. Like we said, we've been saying the whole video, they don't have Wiggins, they don't have DeAnthony Melton. So once they get those two guys back to go with the depth that they have right now, Steve Kerr's right. I mean, this team is super deep. He can legit run a 13-man rotation. And over the course of a game, you keep bringing in more fresh guys than the other team has. That's obviously going to wear them down over the course of a season. Still being able to keep your rotation guys in place is going to help a lot. With that being said, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like button, leave me a comment down below, and hit that subscribe button if you did enjoy at any point. And with all that being said, thanks so much for watching today's video.